So D, I have to ask you a question. Question here.
Mm-hmm.
Is this racist?
No, it's not racist. It's halfway racist if you want to
Half
be really
racist.
funny about it. If you want
Half
to be
racist.
funny about it, it's half racist.
D,
It's a, you know what, Devin, hey, Devin, listen to me. You let that white boy cook you.
but
You
D,
let that
D,
white boy.
D,
That was going to happen regardless, but
this
still.
is half racist, but this is full racist right here.
Oh my God, no, yeah, that's full
Yeah,
racist.
that's full racist. My man
That's full.
slid. My man slid after getting chewed.
I mean, dog, you made like here's the thing. Here's the thing, dog.
D, I have
You
look. I
can't
have.
make my race look bad, man.
Here's the thing.
You can't look like I like look. I'm fine with like we allowed Dirk and Manu Ginobili to run
D
wild
D
all
D
over
D D
niggas.
D. We're
We're
old.
fine
D
with
D D.
that, but
We're
come
old.
on,
D.
man.
But D. Here's the thing. We're old enough. We're old enough to remember when Larry Bird was smoking niggas, and you know what? We allowed it to happen because he's fucking
Oh
Larry
no, no. The
Bird.
only reason why he survived because he was a white boy that hey, they're fighting out there. Let's hey
No, no.
Kevin, let's give it
But
one
according
more.
to a lot of people, whether it's
Bird
KG,
was dirty.
KG, what's his face that played for the Supersonics?
Who Kemp?
Yeah, Kemp.
Mm-hmm.
What's his face? Peyton. He was like, "Oh, Larry Bird would talk his shit and then tell you, oh, I'm gonna shoot you here. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that."
Mm-hmm.
Larry
Yeah.
Bird backed his shit up.
Larry Bird was the meanest. Larry Bird was a little
He
mean
was
on
a
white boy.
bully. He
What
was a
happened with
bully.
Luca? What happened with Luca was one of those situations
My
where
nigga
I
had
knew
20-piece chicken
he
nuggets
became
all summer and
this
just said,
nigga.
"Fuck this shit. I'm
This
wrecking house."
this motherfucker. Like he was like, I want to be. He was like, I want to be white LeBron. That's what he said. I want to be white LeBron. This white boy can run through like fuck. Like I was telling this to everybody. I was telling this to everybody. Fuck. Like shout out to Joker because I do like Joker, but no,
No, no,
no.
no. Luca said
Doncic is Luca. No, Luca better.
Luca, look, off season. Apparently, Luca didn't work out off season. Like I said, I'm joking. This motherfucker had a 20-piece chicken nugget workout regimen during the summer.
This
Came in the
motherfucker was
NBA season, got the fucking damn Mavericks into the playoffs, and said, "Fuck you. I'm gonna
this
fucking."
motherfucker with the five guys all summer, just only roll to exercise, bite, and fuck black bitches because apparently that's all you had to do.
Meanwhile, James Harden couldn't. Dude, how is it? Look, we joked. It's in the Working Title Sports Show / Wrestle Quarter group. Apparently, Dusty Rose can ball.
Oh, that whole thing with Dusty. No, come on, man. That was just a lucky time, man. Everything all falling in. Come on, all those cops, those are Charlotte cops in the middle of the 80s. They couldn't run. Come on.
Hey. Funny thing, Cody literally retweeted somebody that tweeted that video out. He's like, "Yeah, confirmed. My dad actually could ball because he actually
I
he
believe though. I believe it. I believe like certain athletes, you just like it'll be like any wrestler. I'm just gonna take it out there. I'm not saying that he can ball. Let's just say
Kevin Nash can ball. We know that for a fact.
yeah, I don't know. Kevin Nash like he does a lot of blocks and a lot of sky hooks, so I can't say that. But
He balled in college. To be
he
fair,
did ball in college.
He
Yes,
did ball in college.
But I'm talking about like let's
Taker.
say that's a good actually a good person. Like you like, man, you want to see somebody that can ball? Mark Calloway, woo! And you be like, that ain't true. Godfather, man, let me tell you something about
Tell you something.
like I feel like there's stories about certain like it's always somebody you're not expecting, like baseball players. Well, like who was it? I think it was Ken Griffey. Where you remember when MTV was cool and they did the little
Rock and Jock.
celebrity rockin' job? Was it Ken Griffey? It was somebody. I forgot who it was.
Mhm.
Balling, dog. I mean, just he was killing. Was it Kenny Lofton? It might have been Kenny
It might have
Lofton.
been Kenny Lofton.
It might have been Kenny Lofton.
It was a lot of baseball players and other people that was in basketball. It's like this motherfucking can
Yeah,
ball. Like when the
there are
hell did this
some, like,
come out of
that
nowhere?
always shocks me. So I could be the Dusty. Like he got a flick. Like,
Dusty looked
whoa.
like he played pickup games at the local Y.
Boy, that's a white boy who balled with black dudes a lot. Like Dusty does have like Dusty already comes off like he hung out with black folk anyway all his life. But for whatever reason, when you said like everybody was shocked. Here's me. It's Dusty Rhodes.
Like after they
He's
had a
already
wrestle,
black
like
anyway. Why does that shock you?
after they wrestle in the city and he gets on the road with the guys and they stop over in the city for the night. The next day when they working out, he's at the local Y playing pickup games. That's his workout.
I guarantee you, why everybody else like Sting, like I think old
Luger.
WCW, Sting, Luger, Pillman, everybody else is like getting ripped. And what Dusty had, Dusty on the basketball court, all these black dudes, he over there
Getting his
checking
cardio in.
Nah, check this shit. Fuck that, man. Nah, get your ass down. Nah, daddy. Nah. See, when I threw it over there, he was right there. Boy, you got to be open on that side. You got to be open on that side. No, boy, I didn't foul you. Get your ass up. These
the point is,
playing out here, boy.
The point is, in all this is that Luka came into Game 7, and it's like, dog, it's like
that joke over Snowfall.
Yo
her bodies.
Look, it's like, look, say what you will,
rocket.
Say what you will about Golden State dropping a 3-1 lead. This shit with the Suns tops that shit, bar none to me.
For me,
I feel this tops it easily.
It is up there for me because it's up there for me, but it also goes into the category of course. Only because
when I saw this shit, I was like, nah, you gotta be fucking with me.
That didn't shock me at all.
That shocked me.
Because Phoenix has shown me one thing this whole season. Y'all not strong enough. Because honestly, y'all got blown out a couple times during the season, and I seen what happened in the series before this shit. Y'all not that tough.
Do you feel the writing was on the wall?
The Pelicans hit y'all niggas dead in the gut. Which game was that? I forgot which game that
went to 7 games, didn't it? Or no, that was 6.
I did it with
6.
But still, I was
close
like,
enough.
But I was sitting there like, huh? Yeah, I know. Thank you. Somebody said I got an extra Dusty Rhodes. But no. But still, it killed me, man. Like that gut punch told me everything. Like I knew it. Chris Paul getting the foul trouble also was the thing that got me because I was like, Chris, how are you in the twilight of your career and you still getting the foul trouble off the most stupidest bullshit you do?
Do you feel the writing was on the wall last season when they played Milwaukee in the finals?
No. As much as I
or is it just in case Milwaukee was just better than them in the finals? Pretty much.
Yeah, I know that Milwaukee was just better. The only thing that got me with that was I really did say that they did have a chance this year. I'm not even going to fake.
No, they did. Definitely. They were favored. They were literally favored to actually go all the way.
You saw how they started the season off. Yeah? And I was saying to myself, like, I thought they had a chance this year. I didn't think they were going to win nothing this year, but I definitely thought they had a chance. But like I said, that first round told me everything. I'm like, y'all not strong enough. Because even if you get out of motherfucking Dallas, y'all not beating the Warriors. I don't think you do. I don't think it's going to happen. Chris Paul looked like he's gassed out. It was pathetic. Chris, when I sent everybody those stats, the third quarter didn't start yet. Chris Paul only had 3 points.
How is it that the team overall, all of a sudden, with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter when the game was already done, all of a sudden they want to have some fighting in them? I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, man, look, these niggas showed up, ate a sensu bean, and act like they want to do something.
Like, if you told me, like, look, I was sitting up there thinking, all right, 57-27. You can overcome that in the second half if you chip away. Because I've seen that happen before, right?
Yeah.
If that happened and Phoenix won, I've been like, damn, that's a hell of a fucking game. They woke the fuck up. All right, cool. Right?
Yeah.
As soon as the third quarter happened and Luka was still in the game.
Yeah, I mean, still there. Here's the funny thing. They didn't need him. They didn't need him at that point. Because at that point, Spencer Dinwiddie was hot at that point. Motherfucking Brunson didn't miss a damn shot.
I'm sick to my stomach because we had Dinwiddie here in DC.
Dinwiddie didn't want to play for the Wizards. And
you think so?
No, he didn't want to play for the Wizards. He was taking up cap space. There was no point even having him.
I think, put it this way, I think he was good for the Wizards because the Lakers clearly wasn't fucking using him. I think he was good for the Wizards for that time, but I think he worked out better for the Mavericks. But I think he worked out for the Mavericks because I think the Mavericks needed more people for Luka to kind of bounce off.
In real talk, Porzingis going to Washington at least gives him a chance to breathe as a player. Number one.
Yeah.
And
he's not behind Luka, and he's
not behind Luka. That's not to say that but let's just be real. Bradley is not fucking Luka. All right, let's make that very fucking clear. Bradley is an amazing scorer. He ain't fucking Luka. But anyway, but that being said, there's less pressure on him. He can at least calm down. Like, hey, I'm with a sorry team that's trying to rebuild. I can plant myself here and do X, Y, Z. Good for him.
And we saw him, dude. And we saw that
Luka,
in the second. Yeah.
For Luka, you gave me a scorer that can keep up with me. That's what he needs the most. And I'm gonna tell him this. That's the biggest problem I had with motherfucking Phoenix. I was like, all right, so when Devin sit down, who do you got? Man, look, Cam, no, I don't want to hear nothing about Cam Johnson. Fuck out of here, you know? I don't want to hear nothing about Bridges. I like Bridges, but it happened. Hey, it happened, man. You played like shit. Your whole team played like shit. Ayton shocked me how he had no presence. The last game, Ayton he didn't have to be there. He didn't have to be there. So, that sucks, man.
I mean, and also what helps too is they got Bertans. Bertans apparently woke the fuck up when he got the damn Dallas, and I'm like, oh, now you woke up Bertans.
He fucking needed to. He needed to. He like Bertans obviously was a player that wanted to be is being motivated by not just the money, but the chance of him winning something. He wasn't gonna win nothing here in DC. Let's make that very real, Chris. Unless they were gonna get a star. The only way they can get a star over DC, real talk, is if you leave Bertans. And real talk, and I told you when we gave him all that damn money, I was like, I'm sorry. He's worth what?
I think we gave him that money off the potential.
Here's the funny thing. You can pass that shit down to Dallas. They're gonna eat that damn contract, and good for them. And guess what? They can use him. That's the whole thing.
Dallas has been rebuilding for a while.
I'm fine with a team that is ready to move on. I'm fine with a player, that's ready to go to a team that's winning. If you stuck in motherfucking DC, dog, we rebuilding, man. If we make the playoffs next year, real talk, it was an accident. So that's what I'm saying. If you in Detroit, get me out of Detroit. If you in Indiana, get me the fuck out of Indiana. You wanted, especially when you're like, dog, I looked at my stats and on 2K. I'm an 86. I don't belong here. Like, I get that. You know what I mean? So, whatever.
Let's look at the box sheets here. Brunson, 24. Luka, 35. Dinwiddie, 30. That was your three top scorers. 30. Yeah, that Dinwiddie 30 is what put it over.
That Dinwiddie in the second quarter.
You look at Phoenix. This is how sad it is. Chris Paul, 10. Devin Booker, 11. Wainwright, 10. Johnson, 12. Everybody else, single digits.
Yep. They did not show up. They got gut punched off the break. When Luka blasted all them niggas in the first quarter.
And this is Dinwiddie coming off the bench with 30.
That's going to have to help. That's going to have to be with Dallas from here on out, man. They're going to have that. They're going to have any chance.
Golden State, what we saw with Golden State versus the Grizzlies is this. When Golden State gets reckless, turning it over, the Grizzlies capitalized off of it.
They did. I would give the Grizzlies that. They tried their best. But the problem
when Ja went out, though, that's when it's like, ooh.
Oh, I knew it was over.
Now, don't get it twisted. The rest of the team did step up, but the thing of it is this. When the other Golden State Warriors step up, it's done. It's fucking game over.
Remember how it was so funny? Remember how I said that the Warriors don't play with the food? They did fuck around and play with the food and gave them motherfuckers a game. They had, to me, there was like, with no Ja Morant, you should have closed the door on their fucking hands right then and there. You know what I mean?
They could have had it over in 5, but for some reason, game 6, that's,
whatever.
That's when John B, showed up and we were good to go. So
you need to let go, man. Just because Clay is shooting and his ACL is actually working. I'm gonna tell you, man, the game has not started yet, man, but it's gonna be 3-point heaven.
But here's the thing:
in this next game with Dallas and the Warriors, it's gonna be 3-point.
Flip side here. Eastern Conference. Boston Celtics is showing that if you play team ball, that's what matters. And 76ers got a rude awakening that Embiid can only do so much.
So this is what I learned from all this. Number one, Milwaukee is still legit, even without one of their stars.
It's just Boston legit. Was just a little bit more powerful than them.
They were the Boston had. I think at the end of it, Boston not only
that's the Heat that beat.
No, we're going to get to that.
That was my fault. I got it mixed up, folks. But oh yeah, Denzel's joining us.
Oh, Denzel's joining us. What's up, D?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
But no, yeah, you're right. It's like Milwaukee. It's like Giannis can only do so much, but the Celtics were firing on all cylinders across the board.
Giannis needs help.
Put up, but here's the thing. This the thing that got me. You put up 200 points, 100 rebounds, and over 50 steals or something. No, over like 50 assists. Like that's mean. That's dog ass stats, nigga.
That's MVP shit.
I'm like, and when he sat down, I was like, you deserved it, bro. You worked your ass off. Then you do. You know what that showed to me? Hey, yo, Chris, Mr. Middleton. Yeah, you actually have fucking value.
Yeah.
Middleton, because here's the thing: when Middleton was in, Boston couldn't do shit.
Oh man, that would have been a wrap. That would have been a wrap.
As soon as Middleton went out, it was like Boston was like, "Oh, I smell blood in the water. Let's go."
I was just about to say that, CJ. Boston was like, "Ooh,
blood?
Middleton's out." Fiend time.
Shout out for me and Chris, niggas our age. Look at Al Horford. Look at Al Horford. Touching 40. Fuck you. 3.
Al Horford. Now there's a name I haven't heard in years.
Boy, Al Horford. I can't believe this nigga lasted from the early days of 2K to now.
Hey, D, do we have to do that shit where it's like Al Horford on the front of 2K1 or some shit?
It ain't gonna be as bad as Kobe. I think Kobe's was probably the worst one. Like, yo, they didn't go far as back. They should have went as far as back as they should, because technically Kobe Bryant was in NBA Live 97 on the Super Nintendo. They really actually need to go that
I want to say NBA Live 97 on the PlayStation, boy.
No, that's the one they always show the one on the PlayStation. Like, don't show the PlayStation, show the Super Nintendo. It was out on the Super Nintendo.
People don't realize. So Al Horford joined the NBA in 2007. Now here's the thing: it's 2022. That feels like years ago, but we're still in the 2000s. But it feels like so many years ago.
Right, 15 years. I've been out of high school for 15 years. Jesus Christ.
This nigga is
last year in the military, man. Al Horford joined the NBA. Like, goddamn. Like,
I don't remember that motherfucker on the Dominican team. What was that, in 2008 and some shit? Yeah, I was like, that nigga. And I remember yelling, he Dominican? I remember saying,
that dude looked like a fucking nigga to me.
Oh no, he was black and shit like that. But no, me watching baseball all my life. I mean, yeah. It's the last name. It's the last name, bro. No offense. It's the last name, nigga.
But here's the thing about Harford. The thing about Harford is that, like, he was very injury prone. We're talking like wrestler injury prone. So it's like him being on the Celtics, like, oh, Al, you're healthy. Great. Awesome.
What you wanted was a healthy version of Nene being out there, and they got more than that.
Oh, wow. Hold on, wait. Nene. Now, there's a name I haven't
heard in a while. I know. Hey, hold on. Hey, Chris, I'm going to give you one. I heard this the other day. I think I was listening to Sports Junkies here in D.C., and here's a name for you. Marshawn Gortat. I have not heard that name in a minute. Like, that's a good one. Yo, man, here. Anyway, but as far as that, man, I thought you remember how I told y'all? Well, yeah, I told all y'all. In order for Boston to do anything, they need to figure out who's the leader of this team.
Gortat retired. I forgot about that shit.
They need to. I say who they need to figure out who the leader of this team is. That nigga's name is Jason Tatum. Tatum is the leader. No. Jalen's the background. He's the background. He's the backup.
I come to see you, Otis.
Ain't nobody coming out here to see you and view you, nigga. So nah. But I told y'all, somebody had to be the prime scorer. Somebody had to be the dude to go to at the end of the game and all the rest of that court. It was him. It was him by far, man. So, I actually like that. Now with the Heat in Philadelphia, let me tell you something. Philly, what made you think that y'all had a chance? Because I'll tell you what happened.
My white boy fucking was cooking them. All right.
Man.
My white boy was killing them alongside.
Who Hero?
Yeah, Hero. Tyler Hero was cooking them.
Let me tell you something, man. Y'all look. First off, fuck Miami Heat fans. I'm so tired of Miami Heat fans.
Hey.
Look. Miami Heat this fans are Knick fans that have actual.
But D, here's the thing. This is retribution. Let's be real. I feel this is retribution because they felt some way about the bubble season. So this is them like we got to get to the finals. And you know what? To be fair, they're right.
D is going this far.
Point there.
And I'm sorry, D is going this far. What makes you think they're going to make it to the finals?
Because if you saw last night,
I'm going there.
Boston was shook. No, because Boston was shook last night.
Don't do that.
Boston was shook last night. No, here's the thing.
No. Two niggas was sitting there because they had COVID, dude. Don't do that.
No. But here's the thing, D. Did you see the game last night? Boston, despite those two things, they were up 15 on the Heat. Up 15 on the Heat.
They were. You were right.
And and the thing of it is, if you're up 15 on the Heat, you got to keep your foot on their necks, and they didn't.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't.
Now, here's my thing, though. But here's my thing. Don't see it. Whatever. Miami is 7. I ain't saying it's a sweep. Miami is 7. It's going to go to game 7.
Bold, and I'm going with you on that.
It's going to game 7.
Boston is 7.
Oh yeah. That's definitely going to 7 games.
Miami is 7.
Definitely going 7 games.
I'm going for Boston.
Prove me wrong,
7.
Heat.
And I'm going. You know what,
I'm going Miami in 7. I'm with you, CJ. Miami in 7.
Chris, I really want to be a bitch. I want to tell you the truth. Boston is 6. I'm being mean. That's just me being mean. That's me mean. Here's
the testing ground for that, though. Here's why I test those theory out. If Boston loses in Boston against the Heat, that's gonna be it.
That's gonna be funny.
If Miami goes up 3-0, that's gonna be it for Boston. They might get one in Boston, but that's gonna be it.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing, and we didn't say this about in the West. I got it being the Warriors. It ain't gonna be an easy way.
Oh, if the Warriors don't turn it over, it's a wrap.
Mavericks ain't gonna make that shit easy. This is put that.
They're not gonna make it easy, but it's like you said. If Dinwiddie isn't coming off the bench with high points, it's a wrap.
No, yeah.
Everybody on the Mavericks have to contribute. They can't be no slacking because this is the Warriors. At any point in time, they can drop threes on you. And look at the Warriors; they're stacked. At this point, they're stacked. You got Wiggins now, who's been fucking killing them. Because he was the unsung hero of that series against the Grizzlies, bar none. Because even when Draymond was out, Wiggins stepped up, and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to.
There was a whole lot. I forgot the whole getting slapped in the face, and then the very next day, Holy off the Warriors got his whole face ripped off, and then like a day later, because Chris Paul doesn't know how to aim, he chopping niggas.
Chris Paul is the most. One thing about the Suns Maverick series is that Chris Paul. I'm gonna be real. He's a bitch. That dude will be doing some flagrant ass fouls, and I gotta be real. Don't get checked on it.
Yeah,
real quick. Number one hater of Chris Paul, Pat Beverly, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna tell you something.
D, you are mean with your assessment of Pat Beverly, but you're right. He is fucking. Yeah, I'll let you say it. Who do you say? He's LeVar Ball, but with minutes.
Oh yeah, he's LeVar Ball with playing time.
I can't
like dog.
I stepped away from the computer when D said that shit. I was like, I hate you.
Like, yo, let me make this very clear.
My man was the number one hater on first take.
Because I got to preface this for some babbers because they want to do this whole little rundown with me about a professional player. Let me tell you something. Motherfucker, who is it? Bradley Beal said it quite eloquently. There's only 200 of the motherfuckers. There's only 200 of them. There's about 300 of them. But you know what I mean? Yeah. But my thing is this. I respect you because it takes real talent to make it in the NBA. Patrick. You know, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
He was sitting up there jerking himself off in excitement.
Cried. You cried. What did you win? What seed? The seventh. The seventh seed. And y'all quickly got Tiger Knee to write out the whole thing.
Facts.
Didn't they have a higher seed than the Grizzlies? Or Grizzlies was number one seed, wasn't
it? They had to play in there.
Yeah. My bad. I'm tripping.
But Patrick, you flop a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about, Pat? You flop a whole lot. You do this whole shit all the time.
He was hating on CP3. He couldn't wait to unload on CP3.
He couldn't wait. That man woke up You ain't lying. That motherfucker walked up there. Man, look who it is. The motherfucker haven't won an award, but somehow going to the Hall of Fame.
JJ Redick sat there and just looked at Pat Bev like, really, my nigga?
You know what's bad? Because here's the thing. Patrick Beverly is already, I mean, not Patrick Beverly. JJ Redick is already getting too much praise in my book because he's a Duke player, but he deserves it because he's
I hate him because Duke, but beyond that.
He's reading niggas for their rights. JJ Redick is actually, guess what, in my opinion, 20 times the player you was, nigga, because he actually scored. He actually contributed when they really needed it. You know why? You know why? Because he knew how to make a layup, not try to drive down a lane and fucking trip over his feet. I'm so tired of that, man. Do you want to hit this thing like, oh yeah, man, I locked down Russell Westbrook. That nigga still how many?
That's his claim to fame.
I locked down, like, yo, man. You know what?
I locked down Luka.
I talked a lot of crap. I talked a lot of crap. I remember talking a lot of crap about Reggie Jackson not beating Russ, but Reggie turned into a different player. He became his own man. I'm sorry, he's an actual starter in D's book too.
Pat Bev got on first take
with the bench defender. Don't do that, Pat.
Pat Bev rolled up on first take with black Air Force One, the whole energy, the whole time. I'm like, God damn.
Like you, Pat, you got a lot of nerve for a nigga that only gets 16 minutes off the fucking bench, nigga. You really got 24. That one dude in the back, 24 minutes off the bench. Like,
hold on, wait, D, you'll get this one. Pat Bev woke up and chose to be like Shango Sims or King Lion from TikTok or comics related, and how they just hate on Batman. Pat Bev woke up and decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go on first take and get up and all of ESPN.
I know somebody there
on Chris Paul. That's the kind of energy that I got from Pat Bev. He was channeling Shango and comics related and all them guys that just go on TikTok and just like, you know what? I know you guys are trying to have a good day and everything, but let me just say this. Fuck Batman. That's the type of energy.
The sick part was like, people were all like, nah, man, you know, you can't go on CP3. I'm like, but guys, I just saw y'all 2 weeks ago go on Russell Westbrook all day.
Like y'all can't hit this thing where y'all trying to air out on certain Bamas and y'all get all defensive
particular on CP3.
Like, I hate that. I hate that. I go through this shit with wrestling all the time, man. Like, yo, stop. Like, I get it. He's speaking for you at this moment. That doesn't make him a better player. In real talk, it makes him look dirty as shit because he's still in the league, man. He's still in the league, man.
Right.
And I get it. I get it. A lot of these players, like at least the way it is now. I know some people are already talking too much. No, I got to be honest with you. I'm glad podcasting didn't exist in the 90s. I really am. Because because I would be mad because the one nigga's podcast everybody will listen to will probably be Charles Oakley and it will probably be Larry Johnson, where Larry Johnson is going in on everybody. Actually, he's only going on motherfucking Zoe, but he's going in on everybody.
Thank you.
If any of these dudes had a mic and an opportunity like that they did back in the 90s, oh my God, man.
I mean,
you know who we probably be talking the most? Muggsy Bogues.
Nah. I don't think it'd be Muggsy. I don't think Muggsy. I think it'd be the nigga that's talking too much right now. You know who that is? That like right after he lost. Well, you know, we win all those games, man. But you know, good for Mike. But personally, like Chuck, what you about to say? No, listen. Mike he would have said something wild, you know, like, hey, Mike was drinking the night before. Because remember, back in the day, you can say something that happened this big and everybody go, oh my God, he was doing that the night before, and people would freak out. Charles would have threw everybody.
Can I just point out the
that
fact
would have been a pure, hey man, why you gonna say something about them? Why not? Because they was doing coke with me type of situation. You know what I mean?
You know what? You brought up Muggsy Bogues real quick. That was a weird time when Muggsy Bogues was with the Toronto Raptors, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. You knew.
Oh wow,
that was a weird time, wasn't it? That was a weird time, wasn't it?
He had a good year, I think. It was him.
He had 2 years with the
him.
I was like, you had 2 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it was him. I think Hakeem Olajuwon was there. I think he was there.
Wasn't that like the inaugural? Wasn't that like the inaugural season of the Toronto Raptors?
No. This was after. This is when Hakeem and the Rockets were. He was pissed off at the Rockets. This had to be like in 2000.
Yeah.
99 or something like that. It was weird. It was around that time. But God, who else? Damian Stoudemire.
Del Curry.
Oh God, I forgot Del
Curry played for the Raptors.
And one of the Davis, not Dale Davis, the other Anthony Davis, Antonio Davis from the Pacers. Yeah, I remember that. Oakley wasn't there until after Hakeem. Oakley like stayed in the league for like 20 years. Didn't he? Now I gotta look that up.
Him and John Sally. I
gotta look that up, man. Charles Oakley, man. Like I remember it, but I remember it like that whole Toronto team. Now you reminded me of that shit, man. Yeah, he was on there. No, he was only on there for 99 from 98 to 2001. He was a Wizard for a year. I forgot about that shit.
No, sir. The Bullets. We don't say
no. He was a Wizard. Remember? Because, and I say this with all respect, Mr. Oakley, you dick ride Michael Jordan. Anyway.
Great shit.
I love Charles Oakley. Every time this nigga, Mike, shut up, nigga.
Okay. So here's the rosters for the 98-99 Toronto Raptors. We had Mark Baker, D. Brown, Vince Carter, Doug Christie, William Cunningham, Nigel Knight, Sean Marks, Tracy McGrady, Charles Oakley, Reggie Slater, Michael Stewart, John Thomas, John Wallace, Alvin Williams, Michael Williams, and Kevin Willis.
Alvin Williams. I remember Alvin Williams.
So I think the following. I think the following year, 99-2000, is when Muggsy Bogues dropped in. Sixth in the division that year. That was a weird time.
I always laughed at Muggsy's real name was Tyrone. No, Muggsy was there in the 99 season. He was there from 99 to 2001. And the funny thing about that was, real talk, that wasn't a super team, but it was like, I'm sorry, y'all made the playoffs? It was that type of team, you know what I mean? And fuck it all, Vince Carter was a monster, man. So
Oh my gosh.
So NBA draft, the Magic got the number.
Sorry, real quick. That's an actual real, yeah. They were the Diamond Dogs at that time.
Yes, they really at that time they were the Diamond Dogs.
They really were.
And the Vancouver Grizzlies.
The Vancouver Grizzlies were worse than that. They were God. The Grizzlies didn't become an organization to D until Bonzi Wells got there.
Hey, D. You're bringing up the Vancouver Grizzlies. You remember when our boy from Maryland cried because they drafted him?
Steve Francis did.
He cried. He did not want to go to Vancouver. He did not. Bear in mind, this is Steve Francis coming off the season because I think that's when Maryland. No, it was the year before Maryland won the championship because they had got bounced out the Final Four by the Duke. So he went straight into the draft. So he was number 1 pick, and I'm sitting up there like, all right, who's he gonna go? Vancouver Grizzlies pick Steve Francis. This motherfucker cried.
He pulled a Philip Rivers. No, not Philip Rivers.
And he demanded to get traded immediately because he pulled demanded. I was like, bruh, this is your franchise. You can literally own this franchise yourself if you wanted to. Nah, I don't want the Grizzlies. Nah, fuck that. I'm like,
wild part. He got it.
I mean, the Grizzlies had to give up a lot just to get his ass, but Houston got him. So it's like, all right, cool. That was, woo, yeah.
The NBA draft, the Orlando Magic got the number 1 pick.
Yay! Look, the NBA draft is one of those drafts that, unlike the NFL draft, I don't really care because it's like, whatever, whoever gets what. I don't. It's.
You know what? To me, I would say the NFL draft. I mean, the NBA. Because of the NFL draft, it drained a lot out of me for the NBA draft. Where I think the NBA draft, those players have I would say an easier time to make an instant hit and on your team and all the rest of that. And I get why
I'm more so concerned on
around it, but
I always am like, yeah, who from the Maryland Terps is going to the NBA? That's all I care about. Is like,
man, and like at this point, I don't. And like this point, I really am not really sure who's the number one kid at this point, and all the rest of that. And I hate that. I hate that because it's like I have my eye on two different sports, and the sport I like the most, basketball. I can't name two of these kids if I wanted to, and I hate that. So that pisses me off right now, man.
So,
even though I do know white boy from who's that? I think it was Gonzaga or something. They really like right now, man. Who was it? God, I don't think he's from Gonzaga. Chet, who was it? Chet something.
Oh, okay.
Chet something. The white boy. Of course, his name Chet. Anyway.
So meanwhile, on the NHL front,
Holmgren, Chet Holmgren, that's his name.
Okay. On the NHL front, Capitals disappointed me yet again. Another first round.
I'm sorry. You thought it was going to be different? No, they was playing the Panthers. The Panthers are actually a good team. Speaking of which,
we should be. Somebody said it best. The amount of times the Washington Capitals have been bopped out of the first round, every fan should be compensated for that shit.
No, I'm not about to sit here.
But at the same time, they won a Stanley Cup, so at this point, it's like I don't fucking care.
It ain't even that. It's not even that. More so with the Capitals, they're about to wrap it up. Ovechkin's about to leave soon.
Oh, absolutely.
He's about to be done.
Ovi is about it's about due for him to hang up the skates.
Oh yeah, it is, and I expect him to. It's probably gonna be next. It's probably gonna be next season. If
next season will be like his one last ride.
It probably will be.
Yeah,
because they've been talking
retirement ride. Let's go.
And just real talk, the Capitals kind of really do need to bust down everything at this point. It's like okay,
dismantle it all.
Yeah, and try to start over again. But anyway, for the rest of the playoffs, it's been pretty good. The only team I actually am interested in is the motherfucking is Tampa Bay, because I've been watching them, just hoping that somebody could take them down, but trying to have a reason to like them.
Here's my thing.
These motherfuckers score too much. They're good. They're really good.
The one team I'm looking for out the East that a lot of people aren't talking about, the Rangers. You say that.
Man,
I don't say that. But after that first round, I was like, okay, Rangers.
I know. I see them too, nigga. But I'm just.
I mean, they got the Hurricanes now, so it could, we'll see. But I think it's gonna. But if it comes down to the Lightning and Rangers in the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm gonna go with the Lightning, just cause.
Really. Now, who played last night? It was St. Louis and Colorado. That was a good game. Colorado snuck out with that in overtime. And that's the thing I really do like about the NHL, these overtime games when it gets a sudden death. You know what I mean? I love that shit, man.
Yeah, but
currently right now, Carolina.
Carolina just scored, so it's 1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Carolina. They fucking dog. They fucking dogged the Bruins a couple games, man. I was loving that shit. Yeah.
Dude, they bully footed them motherfuckers. Like
who
y'all got with Calgary and Edmonton?
That's the one series I haven't been watching. I haven't been
watching that.
That one I haven't watched.
I mean, I'm saying Edmonton only because Gretzky, Edmonton Oilers.
Come on, dude, stop it, man. This is hockey. Fuck history. No, seriously. The one thing I have learned about hockey, your pedigree, your prestige doesn't mean shit. Well, they win this stuff. Nobody cares how many cups y'all won in that. Like, come on now, man.
Hey, when I was being a casual at the time, like casual hockey fan. I remember. We were around a bunch of white guys that know hockey. You mentioned Wayne Gretzky. They look at you like, fuck you, fuck Gretzky. And I'm like, God damn, like, the hate for Gretzky is that much? And it's like,
no, is that a Canadian-American thing or something? I don't know what it is.
I don't know, man. It's like, I mean, then again, I think we knew as kids Gretzky was like the Michael Jordan of hockey because he had that pedigree. You know? So it's like, all right, I get it. I totally understand. I get why he's the guy. That's hated.
What he did for the Oilers, what he did for the Jets, what he did for the Kings. He was
Kings,
legit. He was fucking legit, man.
So we'll see. I think I think the Capitals are going to be in the same situation as the Golden Knights, where they're going to probably end up dismantling everything and just.
No, the Golden Knights still got like big ass contracts they can't dump if I ain't mistaken.
They got a bunch of old ass dudes on the fucking roster that they.
No, it's about a bunch of people they got when they dismantled. Well, because technically they dismantled.
I thought it was after they lost to the Capitals they dismantled in the Stanley Cup. So it was after that year.
Nah, last year technically.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought they dismantled
because they got rid of good classic. Well, I don't know how you call it expansion team classic, but they got some of the core pieces that went to the cup that year, man. So it was really, really technically going to be that 1 year, and I think Urinate Tree said it was best. It was a lot of it was self-inflicted, and the biggest problem is that they got too successful too quick, because the whole plan for that team was to be, build, and then you have a young core that can be in the playoffs every few, every year and shit like that. But they got too good too quick, and the expectations went through the roof.
Now
that's what happens.
Now, guys, on the football front, this is big news here. XFL, we talked at length and on Working Title
Sports. Fuck that fucking promo. It was so Rock. The Rock is just that brand of I'm wearing a suit. I'm gonna
be honest with you. The only thing missing from that promo is and also buy Terramina tequila.
Like I feel like
from that fucking promo was
like I feel like The Rock was going to turn around at any time and do something very, very corny where it's like, Dwayne, you don't know what the fuck you're saying, do you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, Dwayne, there's a reason why your wife does all the PR stuff. No.
Here's the thing. I'm going to keep it real. He's still banging his ex-wife.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to be real. Yeah. He is one of the few guys that get it to the point where because The Rock, if I've learned anything from The Rock, the way he treated his ex-wife after they divorced, that's how you should do it.
I think it was.
If you got all that money, yeah, you should get it. Because I got to do that for your ex-wife.
I have to imagine
that was with your bum ass.
Because I have to imagine his time at WWE probably did play a part. I'm speculating here.
I'm pretty sure, man.
Pretty sure that happened, and the reason why that him and his ex-wife they divorced and blah blah blah, right? And I think
I think The Rock's a fucking whore. I think he just like wow, dude, really, really, Dwayne.
You know when he became a whore. When he got in the fucking Scorpion King, that's when he wore himself out. I'm gonna be real. Not the rundown, Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
He was. Hey, look. You can say what you want. The Rock was feeling himself in Scorpion King. I ain't gonna lie. He was feeling himself. But the point is, the XFL got a major deal with Disney, and Disney beefing up Disney Plus in the streaming and stuff. All XFL games are going to be on ESPN. And that's a big deal.
That is a pretty big deal.
That is a huge fucking deal.
And it already, here's the big thing, it's already poked the big hole that was there in the first place when it came to the USFL. When it came to USFL, is they're having the same problem that the AAF had, which is, so which channel is this shit on again?
Right.
And I hate to agree with like 5 other people that said this. After week 1, it was over. Because I don't see no buzz here, no buzz from nobody. I don't know nothing about their social media presence. None of that shit. It's weird. So, and here's the funny thing with the XFL. The XFL is lucky they got name recognition, and number 2, they're lucky that whatever Vince did the time before, a lot of that is getting transferred over anyway.
So it's basically beginning February 2023 and continuing through spring, 40 regular season XFL games, 2 playoff semifinals, and a title game will appear on ESPN, ABC, and FX.
Woo!
All right.
There you go.
And told you, man. If you can,
that's all you need. That was the X factor in all this.
If you can get springtime football rolling, it will work. Trust me. In America, it will work. If it's trust me, it's probably going to get its own life because a lot of people have been clamoring for. Let's just be real, amateur level football.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been clamoring for a lot of these kids who still have a little bit of a chance to go to, you know what I'm saying, to leave college, have a second life there, man. So hopefully this all works. Because I really don't want to be sitting here 3 years later going, you fucked over I don't want to be sitting here doing that.
Right.
I hope I'm not.
Deshaun Watson is the whole situation is he's finally meeting with NFL officials now because the civil suit, the 22 civil suits he's happening. And the league is pretty much going to determine whether he violated a personal conduct policy and what's going to be the discipline if it is true.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting back like, damn, Browns, you really
good luck.
Spent all that money on Deshaun.
I don't think he's playing this year. I'm going that far. I don't think he's playing this year.
He ain't playing this year. No.
I don't think it's going to be this year.
Hey, guess what though? Hey, the ink dried. He's still getting that 230.
I got this feeling. If he does play this year,
they got finessed.
If he
Cleveland
does
got
play this year,
finessed.
Not finessed.
If he plays this year, and D is being serious, it's going to be some of the weakest December football you have ever seen in your life. And you're probably going to be like, why would they put him in during the playoff race? I'm sorry. You think the Browns are going to be competitive at that point?
Let me tell you, you know what? Here's my perfect scenario here.
Oh, boy.
Baker Mayfield is going to use his white privilege to will the Browns into the playoff spot.
Actually,
and then
if Baker Mayfield in this situation,
then they get into the playoffs. All of a sudden, if Deshaun Watson through some miracle gets cleared, they're gonna throw Deshaun Watson in the playoffs, and the narrative is gonna be, trouble in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield pissed off at Deshaun Watson playing. It's gonna spin into some racial shit where the white boy is pissed off at the black quarterback for taking his job.
They took her jobs.
Took my job.
They took her jobs.
I need it for the Twitter jokes. That's all I needed.
I got something a little bit more basic.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns have a satisfactory season. Whether that be barely making the playoffs or not making it at all, they'll be happy. Either way, we're going to get Skip Bayless doing this because Baker Mayfield actually did something. So I'm hoping Baker Mayfield.
Aloysius Mayfield.
I am hoping Baker Mayfield finally realizes this ain't Oklahoma no more. You're average. And he plays to his damnness average and he wins games. That's what D hopes for.
So
that team's finished.
You want to talk about bad luck? You know, running back Tariq Cohen, right? Play for the Bears, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that he is very injury prone, which is pretty much why the Bears released him, right?
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker on IG Live ruptured his Achilles tendon during a training session on IG, and now he's out. Free agent, by the way.
Wait.
Free fucking agent.
Wait. You mean to tell me this bull on IG Live?
His Achilles on IG Live, and he's a free agent. Good luck, sir. Good luck. Let me tell you something. I'm pretty sure if he wasn't injured, an NFL team was going to probably pick him up. I'm pretty sure it would have happened. I don't know who. Maybe Saxonville. I don't fucking know. Somebody with the Jets. I don't fucking know.
Jets probably, but.
Jets. But like you rupture your shit on IG, every NFL team's like, nah, bro, fuck this,
bro.
That sucks. Horribly suck.
You better show up to camp next year looking like an action. You know that little meme that's going on where they show the dude gets it going to a breakup and he gets all chatted out and
yeah.
You better show up to camp. Hey, here he comes and he's involved. That needs to be him walking into camp. Because
nah, bro.
You was on Graham like that, dog. What the fuck?
You ruptured yourself on the ground.
Bro, like, dog, like that shit. I was like, dog, what are we doing here? So the big story of it is the NFL release schedule, and we have to show this because I gotta be real. The Chargers the Chargers Nation came in strong with this shit. Like I
honestly, and I'm gonna say this before you play it, CJ. You guys had to admit now, aside from the actual team, the social media team, Chargers social media team does not miss.
Yeah, hey, look.
You have to give credit where credit is due, D. The social media team does not miss.
This is fair because the Dallas one was.
I live in a city. Denzel, I live in a city where they're seriously going with "We are Commanders." Bum 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 bum. Okay, so you don't have to shut the fuck up. You don't have to win. You don't have to worry about me thinking y'all are lame or anything. Trust me, you're fine.
Look, Denzel, you weren't on that episode. Me and D, I think we did. I don't think we apologized to you in Chargers Nation, but we had to go in on Chargers. Like, you guys could have got in if you just went for the tie. No, y'all had to fucking play for the win. And the Raiders were going to give you the win. They were going to give you the tie.
Yes,
different.
I know. Wait a minute, no, CJ, it was you and I. It was that episode.
Yeah. It was me and you. My bad. My bad. I'm getting twisted because I think me and D talked about it the following week. Either which way, I'm just like, all right, Chargers. I mean, look. The video speaks for itself. Let's just play it because it was. I gotta admit, it was good. I gotta admit, somebody there watches anime.
So
among the Chargers fans, we say that Joey Bosa had a say in this because he is the anime fan, because he has done the Attack on Titan salute after sacking quarterbacks every now and then.
I'm just mad that was Khalil Mack and I didn't know. Stop doing that for your coach.
This shit had me rolling though, because it's like
I walked out actually.
This shit right here, I'm like, right. Really Mahomes bot? Hibbert bot? This shit here was
pause. Go back and pause.
Pause. So
I love this.
There were a lot of people that didn't get this reference, and somebody was like, "No, you don't get it." Urban Meyer, this. I was like, "Oh,
for me, I had to stop and look. I was like, why does this? That's what got me. I was like, why does this look so familiar to?
But also, if you look at the TV screen, it is Phillip Rivers in his last season when he's like 95 yards, baby. Yeah.
What gets me more about this, the loafers.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the low.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Jaguars gonna fuck y'all up. Ooh,
you better, man.
They are going to demolish y'all. Joey Bosa's gonna have one eye missing at the end of that game. I don't know how.
Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Kyle Van Noy.
Khalil Mack is gonna rupture his spleen. Something's gonna happen. Boy, if they don't come in there and beat the crap out of y'all, something's wrong.
Stands.
This shit had me in tears.
Because that, and so
I forgot what the translation said. I think it said nobody wants to see Cleveland or something like that.
Yes, it's something about no one wants to see Cleveland.
I mean, let's be real here. I think as we talked about it earlier, the Browns is a landmine of just like, what the fuck? It's a landmine right now of how do you talk about the Browns without talking about the finessing?
Right.
That's like whatever. I have nothing. I saw that.
You better hope Russell Wilson doesn't get them for this shit.
Yeah, Russell's gonna
this is funny
though. Pause it for this. Go back and pause for this.
Nah. I don't want y'all disrespecting the Legion of Boom like that though.
No, it's not just the Legion of Boom, but then the Super Bowl, but then
the Super Bowl goal line, the goal line run.
2001 Seattle Mariners.
The upper left hand corner is the people that have died in Grey's Anatomy. Because apparently Grey's Anatomy is supposed to be in Seattle. So
that's actually kind of funny. That's not an anime.
No, it's not.
This is funny. I like how the W. I love the W.
Brother versus brother.
Dude, this shit here had me in tears. Look at this shit. The fucking mustache and everything. I'm like, all right, of course.
But wait, the cheeseburger. The cheeseburger.
No, hold on now. Now look at the button though. Look at the button. No. Press play and look at the button that you see in front of us. Go for it.
Go for it.
Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport.
JC Jackson.
Scarlet helmets.
I did that funny.
This shit is fucking hilarious.
That joke with Pat McAfee right there was funny to me. That was I like that. Burn on their picks.
Speaking of burning.
That's not funny. That's messed up. Y'all not winning a goddamn thing this season. Y'all not winning a thing. Y'all are not winning a thing this season. Y'all sold your soul for the anime. You sold your season off for the Justin Hibb is breaking his arm the first game. You y'all brought that on yourself.
I'm just saying Russ being with the Denver Broncos, that's gonna be interesting. That's going to be interesting more than anything else because Denver Broncos were already fighting like they weren't going to be rolled over already.
They're going to be Seattle. They're going to be Seattle number 2. They're going to be like, wow, that was a cool first 3 games. And then you're like, wow, so Russell has no protection and he's just running for his life.
Still running for his life.
Man, everybody's dropping the ball. What's going on? It'd be like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
somebody looking over that Sierra, like Sierra, give us power. Please. Dance, please.
But yeah, like
future Russ, please dance.
The AFC West is going to be, but like that's why I'm surprised that the Chargers got 5 primetime games.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Wow,
Get big here because we got 5.
Look at the guy with a team that just not getting 5 games every. Look, hey, I tell this to everybody. Hey, man, you're the Cowboys. You think I like being on prime time, seeing my team have the chance of losing? No. I probably shaved off 5 years off my life dealing with this goddamn.
Now, thankfully, this past season, Dallas did pretty good on prime time, minus that game against the 49ers in the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
But at least y'all made the playoffs.
No.
We did
it. Look. Yeah, we did.
No, we did. Did we?
Yeah, we did.
We made the playoffs, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We had a play-in game. I
forgot. Yeah.
A play-in game. Yeah, that wild.
That's how bad we sucked because I didn't know we made it. I forgot we made it.
That wild card weekend was a play-in game, and we lost to the 49ers. And I'm just like,
yeah. The play-in game. I forgot about it. I don't know why. It just kind of
which the Rams just sat there and said, yeah, y'all lost to them. It couldn't be us. Which
you saw the guy with the Go helmet on. They sold a long time ago. I don't care.
It is what it is.
49. Look, man.
49ers sold their soul to get into the NFC Championship, and they got shown the door immediately that they weren't ready for it.
Now the gods want Debo to leave.
Hell, the gods is demanding a lot of stuff because 49ers are like, fuck, are we gonna make the playoffs again?
Boy, man, it's gonna be funny when Garoppolo get out there and everybody realize he ain't got nothing left.
Look, we said it before the Super Bowl.
Finished already, man. We
told everybody in the Super Bowl show was like, yo, in the grand scheme of things, Garoppolo, it's like when you ask him to put the game in his hands, he can't do shit.
Man, nobody just like I don't know what y'all trying to say. This motherfucker, he it's just a different version of Kirk Cousins. That's all he.
Wow.
Except he can't say you like that.
Wow.
You can't say you like that. It's like
cool with that. That's his version of it.
Cool. Everything capiche.
Everything copacetic. Jimmy, shut up, man.
You good?
That's another one.
Hey, D, do we have anything on the Washington Commanders front? The saga of Dan Snyder and the Commanders? Any fuckery that popped up lately?
You know what? Actually, I don't know. I've been staying away from a lot of the Commanders news lately. Just haven't cared. I do have a really great announcement yet to put out there. I got to see the Washington Nationals flounder against the fucking Mariners yesterday, and I got to say these 12 victories are just Montebello. I love it.
I just
let me tell you something.
I just love how the Orioles is like 3 games better than the Nationals.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. Oh, nigga, they're 15-26, my nigga. What are you talking
about?
Hey,
Chris, we're not doing this.
3 games better, sir.
We're not doing this 2 guys in the shower measuring dicks. We're not doing this.
Sir.
They all are wrinkled and embarrassed, okay?
You haven't been out in these DMV streets. The Orioles and the national fan base is trying to make this a beef right now, so I have to keep the shit going, all right? Yes, the fan base of both teams is trying to keep a rivalry alive.
I will trying to make it like the Mets and the Giants.
It really is. It's like it's more
the Mets and the Yankees.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, why are we beefing again? We both suck. What are we doing here?
Right.
It's really okay. This is really what it comes down to. This is so fucking stupid. What happened was both teams had to kind of had to fight for TV time down here in the DC area because this real talk. There were still people until this day are still Orioles fans, right? Mm-hmm. So it was a whole argument with, and y'all got that same station, Masson. Y'all got Masson up there, don't y'all? Right? MAS, Masson.
Yeah,
that network. Yeah. So there was a lot of confusion on who was going to be on this and all that. And what it really came down to was a bunch of rich people saying, fuck Baltimore. And a bunch of other rich people saying, fuck Washington. We should make this a beef because they won't let us make money. We should make this a beef because they won't let us make it money. And that's where it really began. Some stupid crap that only the owners really fought over. And because we're on the Beltway, we might as well make it a thing.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to this damn beef. There's no history to it, and there's none of that going on right now. All it is a bunch of old white folk from Virginia going, that's my team. That's really all it really is.
Also, I forgot, if there is any Commanders news, I laugh at the fact that D'Angelo Hall talk cash shit about so basically what happened was James Bradbury got signed to the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was a person that the Washington was trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
So after the Eagles got him, Hall was like, what the fuck? Like, y'all could have got him, but y'all didn't. And it's like for Hall, and again, he's been with Washington for so long. He was like, yo, like the way this franchise tries to build up is a very old school mentality, and they haven't changed with the times.
Mm-hmm. That's always been a thing at Washington too, man. It's always been like that.
It's like he was like, because he said for him, it's like, okay, you got Wentz, but what is that really changing in terms of like the overall like building up your team?
Because remember, at least here in DC, we have seen, in my opinion, 2 different eras. We've seen all the people that still say, just do what Joe Gibbs did. And now we got all these people coming in here, hey, if it worked for that team, then maybe it will work for us. And then put none of the effort that team did to get there. We have seen those 2 different versions here in DC. So I'm used to that. I'm used to them wasting stuff and all the rest of that. Like when the Cowboys does it, it's like, yo, why are y'all doing it? Because y'all got the money for it, this, that, and this real talk. Jerry Jones don't know when to shut the fuck up. So you would think he would get something like sign somebody. That's where that's why we get that way. When Washington do it, they do it as a fucking band-aid, and they really truly believe this one player
is gonna do it all. It's gonna get it.
Just turn it, baby. That's it. You know what I mean? Like you think there's gonna be something. I hate for any franchise or any sport to have owners that really think that's all you need to do is add one player or take away one coach or some crap, and therefore it's such a band-aid and it's so stupid, man.
So speaking of which, so F1, the Miami F1 happened, and I gotta say this, I follow a lot of people on IG, mainly a lot of IG models. That Miami F1 was popping with like the way somebody dubbed it. The Miami F1 was pretty much the Super Bowl of F1 in America, essentially. It was like packed as shit. ton of people fucking there.
It looked like that. I keep on telling y'all. Y'all only saying that because it was in Miami. Because
and I think it was.
Antonio every year is always like that too. And then on top, I will say this: everybody's used to the grit of NASCAR. Mm-hmm. So when you got F1, and I'm no offense,
it was
NASCAR,
a who's who,
not F1. You know what I mean?
I mean, it was a who's who of celebs because
billionaires walking around. You know what I mean?
It's like you had Michael Jordan, you had Pharrell, you had fucking JJ Watt was there, TJ Watt was there. It was a ton of people. Like
best thing I seen was
both Serena and Venus was there too.
The best example of one of the problems that happened. I'm glad my dad got to see it, and I was like, you're like, my dad's like, why are they doing all this right now on the paddock? They're just walking up and down the then trying to interview people, and it's just embarrassing, cringeworthy shit that was going on. And I was telling them, now you're seeing one of the problems that F1 has been having since they kind of got more global and out there. They're kind of backwards. A lot of the shit they do is backwards. They got who's a Martin Brundle. He's out there trying his best. All he needs to do is commentary the fucking race. But they got this nigga trying to have interviews with motherfuckers. And the best one was Serena Williams and Venus showed up. And real talk, I loved it because both of them just showed up there and everybody's all, wonderful. This nigga trying to say something to Venus, and Venus said like 2 words, and this nigga's like, yeah, I'm here because Lewis, yada, yada, yada. And he just walking beside it with the mic just in front of her. There's just silence for about a good 6 seconds. She turns around and goes, I'm sorry, you still talking? There was like 4 more things that happened that day. I'm not going to talk about it because it's embarrassing. F1 really needs to do something about that shit. Because when NASCAR does any of this stuff with their celebrities, it's timed. It's, you got time with them. You can talk about it. And when they talk, they talk, man. That's the one thing I will give celebrities. They show up on NASCAR. They're talking about the damn race. They're talking about what they want to see and all the rest of that. And let's just be real. You always get one of Country Stars. Yeah, so next week, Love is a Heart comes out. It's going to be on iTunes. Of course, you're going to get those all the time.
I mean, and I like how even with all this and with the way, I think Lewis Hamilton.
Let's go, Kyle Busch!
I think Lewis Hamilton.
Let's go, Kyle!
I think we said it last episode. I think you said, I think Lewis Hamilton is just like, you know what? I'll see how this season goes with F1, but right now I'm just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much,
Here's the other thing. And a lot of people don't want to, and a lot of people are kind of in 2 ways kind of underplaying it because F1 people already know this. Lewis is a fucking superstar. They already know it. They don't see it that way. What us Americans see is a black man bringing all this fucking money in here and all these black people hanging around here. I will give that. That's the one thing I'm glad my dad saw. Like, you see how big this nigga is a star. He's a fucking superstar. Like a real life, like this dude makes more money than any other athlete right now. It's insane. And what black people see is that's a black dude. You know what I mean? Like, holy, he's the only one racing. Yeah, sucks. Lewis got in like 6th place. It was a strong 6th place though. It was really good. Because like in the race, just real quick, the race, it was Max. Max killed it. Max got in front of Char like late in the race and it got really close at the end, but Max won that jump. The midfield is where all the action actually happened. It was a lot of back and forth and all that shit. It was real cool because everybody thought Lewis is going to get in front of Russ, but Russ beat out Lewis. Pretty, like I said, it was an average, for some people, boring race. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's only one wreck, and a lot of guys still ain't got to the point on that track where they can like, oh, I'm a dog. This shit. It was the first time they was on it. You know what I mean? So you're going to have that type of thing, but it was all right for what it was. But what I saw was a lot of money just walking around everywhere. The best part about all of this, though, I was thinking to myself, a lot of these motherfuckers thought this race was going to be a race. Nah, y'all spent $8,000 on them tickets under that hot-ass Miami sun. Have fun.
Hey, look, all the videos
NASCAR people is like, right?
Hey, look, all I saw on IG from various people that I follow that put up videos.
It's hot.
It was a mix of everybody just drinking. It felt like you might as well just been on the fucking beach at this point because it just seemed like that's because it seemed like there was multiple things happening during that race where people were like might have been near the pit area and they might have been chilling, and then you might have people somewhere else where it's like the race is just the background. They're just there because of the scene.
The people in the stands. It was a real funny mix because I was telling my dad, of course you always going to get the super fans that's going to be there, that's going to spend the money to be up in the stands. Hell yeah, I understand that shit, but a lot of that it's just like what they really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you really can tell they want to make the Miami Grand Prix sort of like how Monaco is. They want to make that another big race where everybody comes in. It's a big tropical race. Of course, Monaco is Monaco.
Monaco is Monaco. That's what I'm saying. Monaco is Monaco. That's some.
But you know what I'm trying to say.
Shit.
That's they have two. There's two type of courses you go for in F1. They said you're either going for a real true racing course, or you're going for what you call an exotic course, which is, like I said, Miami, Monaco, in a way, Abu Dhabi and what's the face and Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't say Saudi Arabia, but whatever. But still, you have these races that's supposed to be like all pretty and shit like that, and that's what I think they really want Miami to be, because that's what they're doing with Las Vegas next year. Oh, that's pretty. That's just going to be just lights and everybody zooming around everybody. It's going to be a cool little thing. Oh, God, I'm not going to be awake for that.
Look, all I'm saying is this.
I don't know if I'm going to stay awake for that.
One day, when I get the money, I'm definitely going to travel to Monaco for a F1. Definitely.
Okay. All right. Now, Chris, you asked me this question. Okay. F1 wasn't in DC. IndyCar was. IndyCar.
I do remember Indy.
A few times.
Was that the one over by the RFK Stadium?
And here's the thing you need to know about that. My dad told me about that. They used to do that almost every other year. It wouldn't be IndyCar. It wouldn't be IndyCar, and it's showing enough one F1. But IndyCar did do like a race around RFK one time, but they always did it around RFK. So again, if you have a race in any city in America, at least in America, you're going to have it based around probably a stadium or like, I don't know.
They did it in Baltimore. They did it in Baltimore too, and they blocked off
the other one. Oh yeah, the other one that's an exotic course, what you call, is Azerbaijan. That's the one in Azerbaijan or in Baku. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, Baku is pretty. I love it, man.
I need to get the funds for a Monaco trip and be like, yo, I'm seeing F1 in Monaco. Fuck you.
Nigga, that's like that's like $100,000. And and the white girl you bringing there needs to have all her shots.
Pretty sure trying to get like the funny thing is, like, I think I had looked it up to see hotels, and I was like, okay, hotels seem pretty reasonable. And then I looked up the weekend for F1. I was like, ooh, you guys are just like San Diego Comic-Con here. Y'all raised them fucking rates up when it's Monaco.
Funniest thing, the little group out of men, well, my boy Patrick, like I said, we gotta get Patrick on the show. And I was talking to Jared about this. We was all saying, like, man, y'all want to get tickets for Mary Grand Prix? He was like, fuck no. I was like, fuck no. He's like, what about the Daytona 500? But like, we could do that, but you know how that is. Yeah. We was talking about all this shit, right? And I was like this. All right, let's split it down the middle. Let's just go. Like, we should just go to 24 hours of on Daytona. I like, how much you don't do tickets up, man? I bet they don't cost no more than $70. Hour later, the bitch is 75. We should have went to that bitch.
Goddamn went to this shit.
We should have went to that joke. It's on a look. It's like it's been raining all weekend. There ain't nobody in the city like that. We could have went.
Hey, I would say this though.
Daytona could have done that.
Yeah, hey, look, depending on how my funds are, though, I do want to go to the one in USA later in the season. Was it Aramco?
Oh yeah, the one what you call it?
It's in Texas, ain't it?
Of America, Track of America.
I do want to.
NASCAR goes to the same one too. They do I don't think they do the road course. I think they do the loop around it. I think actually they do a different road course for that.
They do a different road course. I forget where it is, but they do a road course.
It's in Austin. It's in Austin. It's the Austin one, the Austin Speedway. That's a road course. I think that the NASCAR does, but it's the same track. And that was a funny one too, because a year ago they tried to talk to Megan Thee Stallion. Kablooey. Perfect. Please. Excellent. This cringeworthy. Holy crap. Up your spine.
On the other side of this, well, actually, hold up. You want to break down the F1 rankings, or you just want to?
Oh, no. I'm doing that every 3 weeks or something.
Okay.
So it's all good.
On the
Max
WNBA,
1. There you go.
On the WNBA front, Washington Mystics are kicking ass and taking names. They're 4-1, number one in WNBA. I laughed at the fact that who was on the Mystics? Somebody on the Mystics was like, yeah, congrats, WNBA. You flew me on a commercial flight and I got COVID. Thanks. Now the Mystics won that night, but I laughed. I was like, I love that jab at the WNBA for that shit.
WNBA have been doing all. WNBA to me has this one big, huge problem. See, here's the thing. Say what you will about, I don't know, Vince McMahon. If your bullshit makes them enough money, he's going to give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The WNBA is just like, okay, so we only deal in virtue signaling, not anything tangible. So we can't give you the money, but we can talk about it. Like, I feel like the WNBA has really been super spinning their tires, and everybody that can't help them is either not helping them or they're not listening to the people that can't help them. I don't know anymore at this point, man. Holy crap.
Natasha Cloud. That's who. Natasha Cloud. She literally was like, the Mystics won. He's like, thanks. I had to watch that game from my apartment. Thanks. Appreciate that. Great.
Man, you know what's sad, Chris, because I hate to be that person. I'm going to be that person. You know, one of them girls live right there in Southeast, right by the
man. Listen,
you know that, right?
Bruh.
Hey, no. Hey, Chris, as a nigga that actually wanted to live over there, they're actually pretty decent apartments.
Somebody on the Misses live over on Benning Road. You know,
one
that,
of them
right?
live in the trap. One of them bitches live in the trap.
One of them live in the trap.
I called you the B word. I know I did, but come on, bitch. Why are you in the trap?
And I know exactly where it's at. I know
exactly
where it's at. Minnesota and Benning Road.
Yeah, she's right there on Minnesota. Mad as hell. I feel bad for any
taking
girl.
the metro to practice.
Who was it? Christy. Was it Christy Tolver? Yeah. Where they told her like, "Oh, you going to coach?" No, I'm coaching the men. But
she had to make the decision on whether she wanted.
You gotta play. You gotta coach.
My men in the playoffs right now, so priorities.
My boys are in the playoffs. What you
also,
want me to
I'm getting paid more over here, so
I'm all for any. I hate how I have to say this, but I'm all for any WNBA player, any women's basketball player that has the fucking pedigree and has the fucking pedigree for it. Take your ass to the NBA and make money. Be a ref, be a fucking something, man. I already says like I'm already mad that they can't get paid for what they can, but if you can do coaching, holy fuck, coach
talked
girl.
About it last season. Yeah. Fucking Liberty got
don't keep playing for the WNBA and not getting paid.
No, you remember last year we talked about Liberty got fined $500,000 for fucking chartering a flight, and I'm like, what? $500,000 for chartering a flight? What the fuck?
Yeah, if they would have paid her better, Brittany Griner. No, Brittany dumbass. Brought that shit on the plane. Don't do that.
Apparently, Adam Silver is teaming up with the
NBA,
with the higher ups with the WNBA to try to get Brittany home.
Yeah. So we talked about
the sad part about it is I think Adam was like, so why didn't you do it yet?
No, here's the thing. We talked about it 2 weeks ago. Well, actually, though, not the last sports episode, but the fourth episode where the United States government finally said, yeah, her being detained was wrongful. But as we said, Russia has different rules, so
yeah, I stand by that. But that being said, I know Adam Silver's like, so why didn't you get her yet? Like, well, we weren't really sure. Like, I got a feeling something like that.
Now, to be fair,
look.
Somebody said that WNBA was going to be very aggressive, and somebody said, I think they said a White House official told them, "Hey, don't do that. Like, we ain't trying. Like, no, don't do that."
No.
Like, they were like somebody in the WNBA. I think the WNBA commissioner was really going to be aggressive with them, and somebody was like, "No, don't, hell no, don't do that."
Oh man, send Adam Silver over there. Adam Silver, I heard you once told a black woman.
What are you going to give us?
Oh, you once told light-skinned black woman with penis. She has a penis? Like, does she have a penis? That's a Russian joke. We are still homophobic over here. Says that with pure happiness.
So somebody's gonna listen to this and be like, "That's fucked up, guys." No, hey, Russia's fucked up over there. You want to say?
Like, what you want me to talk about, man? What Russia? Russia is the one that's always bringing illegal athletes into the Olympics, nigga. Don't do that. Like, look,
athletes juicing up and shit in the Olympics. It's like, nah, that's fine. They can juice up. And I'm like, what?
Really
hold on. Wait a minute. Excuse me, Olympic judges. That Russian athlete literally has a horse leg And y'all are
what is
okay
going on
with
here? Meanwhile, 5 foot. Meanwhile, 5'1". What's the name of the black chick that's like 5'1"? What's her face? Gymnast.
Simone.
Yeah, Simone. Meanwhile, Simone Biles backflips twice. Oh, she's juicing, and I'm like, what?
Look. Right. I keep on telling you this. Y'all gotta stop undermining her fucking powers. That bitch is Nightwing, and I keep telling y'all.
I know. I'm like, did Batman train you? Did League Assassins train you?
Like I said,
no, it's not that she's Nightwing. She is a living D&D player that has loaded dice that is rolling natural 20s every time.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, I really mean it. And I'm like, when I say, like, y'all got mad at me, I was like, did you see? Like, man, why you gonna say take points away? Did you see what she fucking did? Name 2 girls that can do half of that.
Did that doctor from Captain America give her the super soldier serum? It's like,
oh man, what's the shit that soldier serum? What's the shit that the doc that who's it? The Mazo robot? What's that shit they
Mazo?
Yeah, Mazo. Was it Dr. Izo or whatever?
Yeah,
Dr. Ivo.
Yeah, Dr. Ivo.
Yeah.
Mazo.
Yes, this is the perfect leg for a black woman.
Simone Biles watches old Dominique Dawes fucking video, and she just copies that shit like some Taskmaster. It's like, I can do it, but better.
You remember your training, don't you?
You know what? Simone Biles is Taskmaster in real life.
No. Simone Biles is worse. She's worse. Think about it. She's in the gym by herself, nobody there. It gets cold.
Wilson.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Simone, what are you doing? I just want to train, Slade. I don't want to go out there.
No. Oh, you're killing somebody tonight.
We're not doing that. I mean, you hear that deep, you hear that deep Ron Perlman voice come out of nowhere. Here's the funny thing now. Here's the funny thing. D is not wrong when he says this. Now we're saying, no, Slade, I don't. I'm sorry. That's Ron Perlman. You're a black girl. You're going to do everything he says.
Which means Simone is Ravager. She's Ravager. She's Ravager.
No.
Simone is Ravager.
No.
That's Ravager there, buddy. She ain't the other chick that dies. Nah, she ain't her. No, she's Ravager. God, she whole ass Ravager.
Like I said, Simone's
he throwing the flag.
She knows a cheat code and she knows it. Oh my god.
Meanwhile,
this ain't Naomi Osaka when she truly messed up and she got mad, she cried. No, Simone mad because like, what am I supposed to do? No, like I got it. Like I get when any player has like a nervous breakdown or anything like that, but Simone truly had a beef, which is, bitch, do I roll at least?
Which again, I gotta go to the other half of this on tenors. Hey, so Sharapova, you mean to tell me you juiced up and you still got rolled over by Serena? How? Fucking how?
I loved how she.
It's like, dog, it's like Bane getting rolled over by fucking basic Bruce Wayne. I'm like, how did that happen, Bane? He didn't even cut your fucking line for the Venom and you got rolled over. How? How is this happening here? Sharapova went 1-19 against Serena, and I'm like, you juiced for them 19 times, and you still
people
lost.
Still say that Sharapova is Serena's biggest rival.
You want to know something funny? I just looked it up. Venus has beat her 3 out of 5 times. Venus has hung 3 on her.
Mm-hmm.
And Venus isn't really bulked up like Serena. So what's the excuse?
Yeah, she hung 3 on this hoe. So she like, yeah. No.
Venus is Nightwing. Venus is Nightwing compared to fucking Serena being Batman. What are we doing?
And yet people still believe that Maria Sharapova is the Great White Hope. How are you the Great White Hope and you have law and you're 1-19 against Serena?
I got excited for 2 seconds. I just looked this up. Serena is 18-12 against Venus. So you mean to tell me Venus got 12 on her?
No, to be fair, D.
I know a lot of those. I know a lot of those.
12 wins. That was 12 wins before we got prime Serena. Like Michael Serena, Jordan. That was like.
This is before This is before we got LeBron on the Heat.
That was back when Serena was just Venus's sister.
that was when Venus was like, "Hey, bitch, pick up my bags."
Right. That was back when Venus was the attraction.
Now
that is Serena.
Serena hit the gym, got with LeVar Arrington. It was a wrap. It's done.
So let me get this straight.
No, she got with Calm, and then she got with
Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova has exactly 2 wins on Serena. Exactly 2 wins. She is 2-20 against Serena.
And I gotta be real. That second win. That gotta be real. That second win don't count because Serena was kind of injured that year.
All right. The last time that Maria beat this bitch on clay in 2018. That's what she got her. Round 16 of what? The French Open? At the French Open? Yeah, she is. Round 16 of the French Open. That's what she finally got her.
I got her. I finally won after 17 times.
It's like that meme. No, Maria Sharapova is literally that meme where the girl gives the dude the medal, and he's like, yeah, and then you look and he's like 16th place.
Yo, Maria got this chick. The first time because I remember this, and it was still bullshit to me, but Maria did beat her. She beat her at Wimbledon. I do remember that. That was 2015. 2015. It was in the semifinals. It was in the semifinals. I do remember that match. She did win. So,
but you were 2-20.
I had
I'm talking like you somebody.
I had to look that up because I was telling myself, like, she got 1 on her.
Right. I knew she had 1. I didn't know she had 2.
Now, you want to hear something funny? I meant to bring this up because I had it up. So we talk about all sports, MLB, NBA, NFL, NHL, and all that stuff. In terms of how these leagues deal with hiring minorities, in front of the scenes and behind the scenes and all that. So apparently the MLB got an overall grade of a B in terms of their racial hiring and gender hiring practices, and essentially it's a situation where they still have ways to go in terms of their gender hiring practices.
I'm pretty sure they do, especially with that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure on that.
But the racial hiring has been better. Essentially,
I will give them that because baseball realized something. Let's make everything Spanish. Yeah.
We're sprinkling some black people in there a little bit,
No. Let's sprinkle in some black people. We got the Dominican.
Easy.
Shut up.
Easy.
We got the Dominicans.
Gender. I see why gender. I see wise ways to go because it's like, women. Just because
women in baseball like that, they're barely there. The ones that are beloved are like, holy shit! I'm glad I'm finally done with baseball. So
yeah. I guess we should end this off with this. I know you don't want to talk about this, D. We have to. We just might as well just rip the Band-Aid off here. The shit with Sasha, Naomi, and might as well.
What do you want me to talk about?
Well, let's just go say it right here. Number one, unprofessional to walk off.
I'm not going to debate.
Yeah. Unprofessional. We said it with Jeff Hardy with his shit.
And I hate to be that person because I am that person that likes the wrestling business so much. I'm one of those people like, oh fucking yeah, that's dirty as shit. You don't do that.
Yeah.
And if you're on if you're on a regular job that you're like on a project at a regular job and 2 people walk out on it, that changes the whole dynamic of everything.
The whole team, definitely.
And if you're been like that show gets Raw gets rewritten all the time. It does, but still, that's not fun. Ain't nobody ready for that shit. Ain't nobody ready for that shit. So other than that, that is my only big beef. Why did you 2 walk the fuck out? That's my only beef.
Now, do I think cooler heads are going to prevail? Probably.
But here's probably more than likely because Vince is one of those people. Yeah, it didn't make me money. Bring him back. But what I really truly think what it is, they're done. Both sides are done with each other.
Right.
Sasha has gotten to the point now where I think she has hit her wall of I can't move certain rocks. They won't give me that respect, even though I think I earned it. Whatever I think about that situation, but still, they don't think I've earned to move that rock. And I keep on telling them they should do it, and they're not listening to me. So this is the only way I can do it in protest. I actually don't disagree with that. Yeah, I'm being really honest with you. I don't disagree with that. I get it from Vince's side. Hey, yo, Sasha, shut up. I think they're
it's one of those things where it's like my thing is
of her, because you remember it was the booking. You're not booking me right. I ain't the champion. I ain't this, and you ain't do this the way I wanted it. So I'm gonna be mad about the whole situation. That's gonna stack on people, and I'm not breaking that. No, note those three things I said. I didn't make it out to be like, oh, she was in the wrong in none of them. Note what I just said. I didn't make it out that way. But when you do something long enough to somebody like that, of course they're gonna be like, oh my God, shut up.
Now, shut up.
Especially in a corporation that don't like moving like WWE, they're going to be like, oh, you dropped the belt in front of me. Bye. You don't like your job no more. So I'm like,
I mean, look. We saw it as much WrestleMania 24 when Brock threw that belt at Vince. Like, what the fuck, man? Just threw the belt and just kept it moving. I was like, you know what? That's the right way to do it, because even Vince was like, yeah, I kind of fucked up on that finish. I should have just won, because that was the one Roman was supposed to win, but he switched it up and had Brock win, and Brock was like, the fuck?
It was ass.
And and literally this video, he walked backstage, threw the belt at Vince, and Vince was like, what the fuck?
Vince.
And I was like,
I would do the same thing if I was Brock. There's some, like, here's the thing. I do hate, and let me make that very clear. I do hate how everybody's narrative is coming into this. I really do. I hate the people who are trying to make it a race thing, I hate that, because it really isn't.
Also, as a Sasha fan, you can't sit there and say that she deserves better when she's gotten everything under the sun.
I ignore that. That's like I said, I live on that hill. I die on that hill. I built plants and buildings on that hill. That's my only problem.
And I love Sasha, but it's like you will never hear me say she never got a fair shot. I'm like, no,
but look how long her thing is. Here's the problem, and I keep on telling you, Sasha sucks as a face.
Keep her heel and she's fine.
She's a natural heel.
Natural heel.
She's a natural heel. She's just one of those people that needs to stay heel the majority of her career.
That's what made her and Bayley as the tag champs fun as shit, because they were both heel tag champs. And it was like, yep.
Yes.
And the thing that's what I'm saying. That's just what really pisses me off about it is that the biggest thing, and this is the thing, and everybody won't like I said, with all the narratives going on now, like about Sasha's, I think, man, they keep on talking about black girl's attitude. I'm gonna keep it real with you. She's in a room full of white men. Of course, that's gonna be the fucking story. Number two, I'm sorry, what, you thought Sasha was going to keep her voice down? No, I expect she's yelling.
Absolutely.
Her neck
her
is
and Naomi
around like all that. I expect her doing all of that. And guess what? Older white men perceive that as aggressive. You're too aggressive. You're too this. You're too that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they thought that. What I don't need is you throwing that into the mix of why the reason they told her to get the fuck out of there.
I mean, it's a situation where both sides.
I guarantee you, it had little to do with her being this thing. That's why they hired her.
And to be honest, to be honest, the whole thing really, and I do believe it, I do feel it was a situation where Vince was like, all right, you got the belts, but we want you to put you in singles thing. And I'm pretty sure they both were like, well, what the fuck? What's the point of having and I understand that. I totally understand that.
Yeah. They felt about that, because real talk, you don't think it's the best? Yes, of course it's book bad. You only have 4 girls that can wrestle the tag team division at a time anyway.
Yeah, and I understood why they want to be like, hey, can we just at least build up the women's tag division at least before you start doing all this shit at the very least, because that would help. Because I mean,
tag teams.
Dude, look at the NXT 2.0, the women's tag division, and that thing is way stronger than the shit on the main roster.
Easy, all those girls suck.
I know, but the point is, I see what you're saying, but still, it's just...
I got it. I had a big cheese out. Easy. I think really, this is what happens when you had when you were in a corporation that just changed this whole motivation a year ago. There's going to be all this back because that's the one thing that can hit. See, when Paul Heyman was booking everything was okay when it came to certain stuff like that. Certain things like that got taken care of.
Yeah.
When they took him off of booking, it became what's going to make us ratings. So that's what happens every time Vince takes over. Because remember, we heard it before where at one point it was Paul Heyman running. Then at one point is I think it was one of the who was Brian, the other guy that was at that one point. He was doing all that shit. And then they gave it to Pritchard. And then they gave it to this person. And then it, when you take it away, it goes back to that same old Raw bullshit. Raw and SmackDown BS that everybody gets sick of it all the time. So like I said, I get it. I totally get it. And I think WWE is getting to that point where a lot of the old shit they do is about to snap right in half. That's the one thing I have been noticing because some of the stuff they try to go back to and they can't do it no more. And a lot of the business is changing and as much as I think it will hurt WWE if he goes, Vince is holding a lot of it back. As much as I think, but here's the funny thing. I think if he dies, oh God, it's gonna be a rough 2 fucking years for WWE. Oh, it's gonna be rough. Man, we ain't got Vince here no more. We can do this all the time. 4 weeks later, we can't do this all the time. Holy crap.
Hey guys, guess who's back in the wrestling fold now?
Who we mean?
The Viking Raiders. They're on NXT 2.0.
Ah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
They beat they beat the Creed brothers. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay. That tag of it, like it sucks because I don't understand. I will never understand Vince for this one thing. There's 3 types of things that Vince loves. He loves muscle mother. He loves them.
Oh, he loves them.
Other thing he likes is a brawl. I mean, I'm talking like 2 dudes.
Viking Raiders and Creed brothers was a brawl.
Vince is one of those guys that like guys like just beating them. The reason why he loves Stone Cold because that's what Austin did, just beat the shit out of you. And the reason why he loved Piper because Piper had that same energy. As much as he didn't throw it over, he loved fucking Dean. When Mox was there, he loved him because Mox was out there beating people up. That's his thing. The other thing Vince likes, and a lot of people will question me. Vince likes what I call pure catch wrestlers. And you're probably saying, why do you say that? That ain't true. Bob Backlund had that belt for a minute.
Yes, he did.
Also, Vince always keeps one catch wrestler that is really, really good. Well, why they got rid of Cesaro? True, they did. My nigga Drew Gulak is showing up a lot more though.
Yes.
What do you guys
see? Always keeps one catch wrestler there. I always love that.
Do you see Cesaro getting the AEW treatment, or do you see him on Impact?
You know what? I have no idea, to be honest with you.
No idea.
I want him to get his head clear before
or New Japan.
Oh, if he goes to New Japan, oh my God.
I think if anything, if Tony Khan's smart, he will try to go for Cesaro in the sense of you trying to.
He had the money for Cesaro.
That's the fun part.
Because we're finding out now a lot of wrestlers.
Claudio isn't Claudio no more. He is Cesaro. I'm Claudio again, but everything of Cesaro followed me. No, I mean million, nigga. like I want about a million.
We're hearing rumors. We're hearing rumors. MJF is kind of feeling some way, and I mean,
it ain't fake. It ain't fake.
No, it's not.
Swole 2 months ago said this shit was gonna happen. She called it.
And you know what? A part of me wants to believe that this is a good elaborate work from MJF, but a part of me thinking like, this shit's real, isn't it?
Yeah,
because a lot of people say it is real.
There's a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth to what MJF is saying.
Same crap that Cody kind of alluded to this, and motherfucking Swole. Of course, Swole said everything about this. So
we'll see. But like NXT 2.0, Viking Raiders beat the Creed brothers. But also, I gotta be real. I'm probably in the minority. I like Tony D'Angelo. Yes, it's a Paisan thing, you know. They go on with the whole, the mafia. Kind of like a
business.
Yeah, them facing off against Escobar and his crew, and I'm like, there's a little bit of schism here, but I'm fine with this.
Yeah, the schism will be here, you know.
I know it will be here.
All right.
I just like how Tony D'Angelo has a stable of wise guys now, and I was fucking dying on that shit.
Also, since we're on the topic of wrestling, I also let my OG know, Tyree, know that I was going to be on here. So, if you guys don't mind, I want to talk about the next upcoming show of ACPW.
Yeah, didn't you wrestle at one point during a halftime show at this year?
Yeah, there was a there was a match.
El Generico.
Nigga Erica.
El Negro Generico.
Basic nigga.
Get me in trouble, man. But there's rumblings that I had a match. You may not be scared.
I know. I said nothing.
One of 5 people in this room knows that, so you know.
Go ahead.
Yes, but yes. So we have the next show we have is called the ACPW Independence Cup. It's the first tournament that we're having. It's essentially the whole show is going to be this tournament, and the winner gets a number 1 contender spot against the world champion Tyreno. So we have a couple matches. We got a gentleman by the name of Johnny O, the Delco Dragon, versus NXZN. We have Core, who is the ACPW Revolutions champion, going up against the former ACPW World Champion Mike Goldstein. Next match we have what we like to call the family is starting to fight. TJ Reno goes up against his fully loaded brethren Zach Ravix, and then the last match we have is Devontae's versus Eli Newgate. So those are the competitors in the tournament. This show will be on July 16th at the Media Community Center. That is at 301 North Jackson Street in Media, Pennsylvania. Tickets are $25 for front row, $20 for general admission. Shows at 7, doors open at 6:30. So, and like I said, it's in July, so you got everyone has a month or so, a couple months or so to prepare. But as someone who has shared the ring with some of these guys and who has been training with these guys, you do not want to miss any show. Like the last show we had, we had ROH's own Eli Isom going up against TJ Reno for the ACPW United States Championship, and it went 20 minutes. It was a 20-minute draw. Everyone was at the edge of their seats. And it was so good that Ty was like, damn, we should have had their asses in the main event. And Ty was the main event. It was an 8-man tag match, was the main event, and TJ and Eli Isom was the penultimate match. Man. And they were like, yeah, we should have had TJ be the last match because the crowd was burnt out. The chops that was going that if you think the chops that not Ishii,
what's
Suzuki and Joe did at AEW in Philly was something. Ooh. Man, those chops was so big and so loud you could hear them in Peru. We was in the group chat and TJ goes, yo, y'all, I just got home and dang, I'm bleeding right now. He was like, yeah, because those chops was vicious.
So I just gotta say, I am shocked. You went through with it. He's doing it.
He's doing it. Oh, also,
he's walking.
I swear to God.
Bumping. I'm sorry, not walking.
I swear to God, Denzel, if I see your ass on AEW Dark, I'm gonna be fucking like, holy shit.
No. Come on. You're forgetting he's an indie wrestler. If you're playing a security guard in WWE, I think you made it.
Oh man, listen. If he's the one that's arresting the bloodline and shit, he putting the cuffs on Roman Reigns on the tribal chief. No. He puts the cuff on Jey Uso. He don't even put it on the tribal chief. Tribal chief's looking at him like, you ain't putting those cuffs on me. All right, Jay, turn around.
No, boss. Look, Roman. Like I said, that face I was making, that's Roman picking you up.
Denzel, why are you freaking out?
Denzel,
Roman.
Denzel, if it happens, do it for D. And here's the thing. I think two things will happen. Either A, you'll get cussed out, but not Vince, but one of the producers, because Vince wants him to cuss you out. Or you might get all right, that's pretty good. Yeah, we got your number. Vince liked that little spot you did. What I'm saying is this: when you take your bump, have your shoe go flying off when you hit the ground. A part of me thinks, the reason why I think it will get over, but a part of me thinks that's instant firing. You know what I mean? It will be one of those things where you get backstage, all the wrestlers like, ooh, your shoe went off.
I saw that picture of
Hangman. You on there. So apparently, check it out. World Wrestling Entertainment, you cannot lose your shoes, guys.
Fun fact, you lose your shoe, Vince cusses you out.
Look, here's me, and all that. They paid you out. Oh, yeah, they paid me.
Oh, yeah, they paid me.
They paid you real quick. Wait a minute. One of the best paychecks I ever got in my life.
Wait, because then after that, I'll come on, and you'll actually see I got like a green screen and whatnot now. Like, oh, that paid. You got paid.
Just got slightly newer stuff.
The sick part, Denzel.
How big was that check, man? That was the easiest 3 G's I ever got in my life.
You know what? At some point, if you keep this up years later, they're gonna throw you on a Raw match against was it Sikoa from NXT when he gets called to the main roster as because they've been doing that shit where wherever town they visit, they put an indie wrestler in a match.
The local talent.
The local talent is like, the fuck Denzel doing on Raw?
We get up there and do some little weird thing where you like pat your chest and go, oh, or some crap.
I don't know, something. It's like, hey,
I hope your name is like Maxwell Davis or something.
Maxwell Davis. Oh my God.
Chivalrous Thomas or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Like James Duncan.
James Duncan.
It's like there's Denzel. Holy shit.
I forgot.
He made it.
You forgot. You're dealing with old white guys. So black guys always got to have a last name after like a president. So like Tyrone Washington. Like
Tyrone Lincoln.
So last two, because these are linked.
Lincoln Jackson.
Right. So oh my God.
Because these two are linked. Dark side of the ring is not getting renewed. Which
is that official from Vice?
Oh no, they're done.
They're done. I mean, because what other stories you're gonna really tell without Because I gotta be real. I really feel the Flight from Hell was what really killed it. Honestly, that's just a theory of mine.
You know what? Say what you
will. Because it rippled big time after it aired. It was like,
and I mean that. Say what you will about Ric Flair, but that was years ago. Real talk. It was years ago, and it brought up a whole lot of feelings, a whole lot of anger, and unnecessary press. To be honest with you, if you're Ric Flair, you're laying down. The fuck everybody mad at me for? That was 20 years ago. What?
We're talking about it because when you look at the Flight from Hell, you forget one. This is Brock Lesnar when he just got the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He's fighting Kurt Hennig, who I forgot Kurt Hennig was on that fucking roster at that time. I totally fucking forgot.
But then again, Jim Ross said it back. Kurt played too much.
Oh yeah.
Kurt played way too much and almost got everybody killed on that damn fight.
Here's the thing. You telling me Kurt Hennig and Brock Lesnar, two big ass motherfuckers wrestle on the plane? I'd be scared for my life.
Oh hell yeah. Brock is like I don't think here's the thing. Thank you for saying that. Kurt Hennig wasn't a small dude either.
Oh, he was
not by a long shot, man. Kurt was shorter than Scott Hall, but just as wide as him. Anyway,
and imagine you sit on the plane and you hear a big, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
And you got to be honest with you; these are two Minnesota wrestlers, so it's all grappling.
Imagine if you're in your apartment and you hear two big ass dudes on top of you, on the floor above you wrestling. That's on the plane.
On a plane, nigga.
Yeah.
And they hit the door almost. And here's all right. Now, the one thing I will say is this: yes, Tommy Dreamer did it to himself, but at the same time, if I'm Tommy, I was just telling what happened on the.
Granted, don't sit there and say, well, Rick, he had his dick out.
But again, look, I got a question. And this is what I got on everybody. And this is why I hate a lot of these new wrestling fans that didn't grow up on those shoot interviews. Shoot interview. So how many beers you had? We had 5. There was a whole lot of chicks back there. They're used to this shit. They're used to telling you the truth, the raw, real shit. That's what got me. I'm like, y'all thought what he.
Sit down and listen to all of Kevin Nash's shoot interviews. It is fun. Number one, Nash. I know Nash loves talking because when you hear his shit when he's talking about when he was at WWF in his last, I think it was in '97 or some shit, and him talking about being in the car with what's his face
is this the story where X-Pac passed out?
No. It was him. This is when he was early in WWF. It was him. Dutch Manziel, dude, fuck.
I don't think I even heard this story then, man.
Yeah, but basically, he was talking about how they be going to the gym and they just be drinking and lifting weights and shit. And like you said, it's a normal shit. It's normal shit.
It's normal, and normal. And that's the thing that get me. Everybody like, oh man, is it? And then let's just be real. That whole show is about sensationalizing fucked up shit. So of course you're gonna be like, oh my goodness. And come on, there was an episode where it pretty much said Vince covered up a murder. And I'm pretty sure Vince's lawyers is like, yo, we're suing the shit out of all
the Owen Hart shit. It was
I won't even say the Owen Hart shit. The Owen Hart shit, I think they did is no, it was the
Snooker?
Jimmy Snooker. Yeah, Jimmy Snooker. The whole thing with Jimmy Snooker coming up that murder.
Look.
Oh, Vince did that shit.
Yes, he did.
Let me tell you something. I think years ago when we started Wrestle Quarter, I think it was me and Corey that sat there and was like, man, I feel bad for Tamina because that's when the whole shit with Snuka and that whole thing started getting up. And I was like, me and Corey were like, I feel bad for Tamina because I know she don't want to hear this shit. I know she don't want to.
You don't, man. And it's so funny. Like, even with all that coming up, even with the shit, with shit with Owen Hart is weird. It's really weird. And it's like, all right, I'm going to get this off my chest only in the sense of I'm not going into it, but
yeah.
I get where the love for Owen Hart is coming from with AEW. It just feels very icky to me.
It feels very we're getting back at WWE. We're taking a jab at WWE.
This is clearly a jab at WWE.
And that's why
this is Tony's way of saying, hey Vince, since y'all aren't allowed to do anything with Owen, I'm going to do it. Like this is pretty much
it doesn't feel genuine.
Saying, look at the brand new toy that I got right now.
That's
clearly what Tony Khan is doing.
It feels like that to me, and I hate how they piggyback on that whole thing with the dark side of wrestling and all that. I hated it. To me, it's
like a story.
To me, it's like this. This doesn't feel like some shit Vince would do to y'all. Really? Because this is exactly some shit Vince would fucking do.
And even
it feels dirty to me. I just don't
say all that to say Ric Flair is trying to come back to wrestle one last match before he goes, and I'm like, hey Rick, number one, I'm shocked.
And then apparently I hear it's supposed to be him and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Did you hear
That's
about
the rumor
that?
I hear. It's supposed to be Flair and Steamboat.
No, Steamboat already said no. Steamboat already said no.
Okay, I'm about to say. I was like,
no?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Steamboat was like, fuck no.
Who's gonna wrestle Flair on Flair's last match? To me, honestly,
Ricky Morton Morton's still alive. Ricky Morton.
I hate you. I really do.
Oh man, two old white guys.
And apparently at the next Starcast or whatever, the Four Horsemen is supposed to be all of the Four Horsemen is supposed to be coming back together for one
Arn Anderson and his Glock is coming? He making an appearance?
I believe so.
Oh man, I can't wait for Tully Bryan to just show up trying to convert people to Jesus and then going put the coke away. It's not my life. Stop. That's not my life. That's not my life no more.
Guys,
that's terrible.
Guys, I can't wait to see Steve Mongo McMichael.
Oh God. Not Mongo.
All right. So I think that's a show.
Mongo. Oh yeah, by the way, Golden State is waxing the Mavericks right now.
84-62.
I said Golden State in 6.
Yeah.
You're being nice. Golden State at 5.
Golden State in 5.
I got him. I got him going in like I got him in 6.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. Have they ever said what the winner gets for the Owen tournament? Because right now, like Ruby Soho is like knee deep in there, and I'm like, so what happens? Did they get a championship?
Yeah, like, they get like a title or something.
I think it's like I think they're trying to make this like their version of King of the Ring. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know right now. And I
just know Ruby Soho was knee deep in it, and
I will say this. I'm so sick of FTR so much. They did the whole little sequence like Brett and Owen did. I'm like,
I'm fine. You know what? I'm fine.
Bang y'all wives.
First off, sir, you know what? I have zero problems if you want to make your match an homage to it. That's fine, right?
Sure, but
the amount of jerking off I saw from folks that were like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, guys,
Vince wouldn't let this happen because Vince was like, "No, you're not about to go out there and do the same damn match that I had over here years ago."
Fucking wrestle. How about you fucking wrestle? How about that?
You know what? And see, it's times like that where I see this is why Vince says, "No, we're doing it like this." Why? Because we're not about to do this bullshit. Where only 6 people can go, like, nigga, I ain't making me money.
That would be like if New Day was like, "Hey Vince, can we just do like the Freebirds 100%?" And Vince is like, "No, I'll let you do the I'll let you do the Freebird tag team shit with y'all rotate, but that's it."
It's the Freebird world. It's Freebird world. We made it for a reason, and it wasn't official until WWF said it. So you're going to do that. But can we do? Whoa. Are you going to be a homage? Yeah, I like to see 3 black guys wear Confederate flags. The fuck out of my face.
You know, Xavier be like, well, maybe we can spice it up.
When he says all that and leaves, here's Kofi. He got us, man, because we weren't going to wear a Confederate flag. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
You know, Black Wrestling Twitter would have been up their asses immediately.
Now, D, yes. If New Day was heels, yes, they fucking could, and it will be so. New Day, if you give New Day at least a good 4 months to be just straight up heels, it will be awesome.
No, we did. Technically, we did see it. Technically, we did.
Oh yeah, in the beginning, they were heels.
They ate it up. They ate it up. I would give them that.
That's what I'm saying. You can pop them back into heel mode as a unit. It will be. Yeah, but then again, after seeing I'm with what happened with Cena. I'm with Vince. No,
it's money.
No, you can do jerk shit. No, you're not being a heel. But no, you're not being a.
I mean, would I make money? Sure, but no.
It's funny. See, I wish that same control was done with Sasha. So I want to do this thing with little girls. That's very good, Sasha. How would you like to just be in your bra and panties and say bad bitch things? I think that'll be one-dimensional. Let me tell you something, Sasha. You only got one shade in this light skin. So,
wow.
Can you imagine Naomi sitting in the back like, he out of line, but he right, Sasha.
He out of line, but he. Oh. All right, I'm done. I got to tell Denzel this after, but we're done.
All right, we're done.
And apparently, John Morrison was the Joker in the Owen Hart Cup against Samoa Joe.
He
wasn't John Morrison. He was Johnny Elite.
Of course he was, because he was Johnny Impact, he was Johnny Mundo, he was
Johnny Nitro.
He can get a lot of miles out of that, Johnny.
You know what?
Johnny Elite.
Good job, John Morrison.
Who knew that there was more input put into John Morrison? The name John Morrison. There was more put into that. Wow. All right.
John Morrison is going to have an illustrious career when he goes into the Hall of Fame.
Beautiful. I'm a stuntman for life type shit.
Anyways, that is it for Working Title Show this week. We'll be back next week. Peace out.
Peace.